Welcome back to the channel. Stepping out of confusion. Got a little sunset happening here. Today I want to talk about the definition of rich. You know, the other day I heard a sermon that when you put your perspective in and your trust in God, your ability to do things and have things, they really expand. And, until you take a chance and invest in something that you can't see but has the greatest return you could ever imagine, you're gonna feel, you're gonna feel like, and sometimes, some ways, you felt like you won the lottery. But in other ways, you feel like you've lost it all. But that's the thing about God's economy. God's economy has wealth that isn't measured like man measures wealth. It has wealth that can be used in man's world, but it doesn't always equate the same way as we think as somebody being rich. So it's like a different definition of richness. The pastor that I was listening to, he spoke of how sacrifices and giving up the things. He reminded us of the story of Nicodemus when the Lord said, give everything up and follow me, and he couldn't do it. And there's another story where another wealthy man who was ready to do anything, he said, tell me, Lord, what it is that I do. What can I do? And the Lord said, sell everything you have and follow me. And he couldn't do it. It says in the Bible that it's the hardest people to come to the kingdom of the Lord is those who are rich. And it's easier to thread a rope through the eye of a needle than a wealthy man to come into the kingdom of God. So I ask you to look at your definition of being rich. Is it all the things you got? Is it all the things you got out here? Is it all the things you got in here? I used to feel like a rich person because I had all these experiences. I got to see all these things. I got to own things that, I have lived a blessed life as far as those go. But I've also lost so much. So my definition for myself as in being rich has definitely changed. Freedom to be able to walk around this planet at your own free will like we can in this great country of America. There's places in this world where you can't walk around free. You can't even talk about God. You can't talk about Jesus. But yet there are people in those countries that are more rich in their souls than the majority of the people in this country. They might not have a nice car, a nice house. I've been privileged enough to be in the country of Papua New Guinea, and I was met by the people on the street. They didn't even have shoes on their feet, but their smile was so genuine. They were genuinely happy. And when you're around somebody like that, your definition of rich is completely changed because they've got something that I don't. When you look at somebody who believes in Jesus and you wonder what it is that they got, and then you hear of the things that they had to give up, like, oh my gosh, they had to surrender so much. They can't cuss, they can't drink, they can't. It's about what's in here, is that you got to give up. And the only way I think that God knew how to tell us what it is to give up is ourselves. And we're so daggone selfish, we can't give ourselves up. So we think we're rich because we got ourselves. I'm guilty. I still have problems giving up part of myself. Yeah. But every day I keep asking for the power to give up more of myself, because I know what he's given me. When I give up more of me, I get more of him. And more of him is more of this. God made the universe. His bank account is endless. And it ain't a bank like coins and dollars and gold and silver. It includes that, but it's not just money. It's not just cars. It's not just things. It's love like this. It's just love, man. It's love just like this cat. This cat loves people. His name is Bilbo, by the way. He's a sweetheart. We call him our little concierge. He leads people around here. He kills the mice, sometimes the birds, but he's rich. He is a rich cat. You can hear my goats. They're kind of rich. They're also a little spoiled, but that's another story. So at the end of this video, think about what rich really means to you. Now, there's a difference between rich and wealthy, but we won't get into that right now. I'm just asking you to look at the word and what it means to you to feel rich. So sometimes you got to give up to get. And I hope that this tells you or shows you, because I'm not here to tell you anything in the way of like, I'm not going to should you, but I'm going to show you what can happen and examples of it when you do. And I just want to clarify one more thing. We are a human being, not a human doing. So when you're being yourself, and I know I'm contradicting myself, but bear with me here. When you're a human being of what God made you to be, and you listen to what he has told you to be, everything you do will be to his glory. And we talked about glory before, so remember that a couple episodes back. But when you're a human being, the word rich, well, it kind of moves on to wealthy. And then it kind of moves on to the kingdom. And you, my friend, are a king or a queen in his kingdom, always and forever. You just have to lay yourself down before him. So that's what I got for today. I was hoping for a little better sunset, but we get what we get around here. Come on back to Heart Rock and stepping out of the